program Ready to Work. Absa Bank Ghana, through its Education and Skills Development Program, is offering educational support to tertiary institutions through its free online learning platform as they stay at home. Absa's Ready to Work initiative helps to prepare young people for the transition from school to the world of work, and it equips them with contemporary competencies employers expect, as well as the skills needed to become a successful entrepreneur or employee. Visit readytowork.absa.africa to register and complete the modules within 1 month. The first 2,000 to complete all modules will be rewarded with free data. Absa cares. Stay safe. Now, if you're feeling unwell or you've been in contact with persons you're not sure have the virus, showing the following symptoms: fever, continuous cough, running nose, sore throat, or possibly a headache, or you're not sure what to do or who to speak to, download the GH COVID-19 symptom tracker on your phone and access it anytime, anywhere. Or dial the short code *769# on all networks for assistance. Your identity and information are safe. Enter the necessary details and get digital assistance. Stay home, use the COVID-19 symptom tracker, stop the spread, save lives.
Yes, Daniel.
This work that we've done on elections, tell us first of all.
Well, Daniel, so you know that 2020 would be the third time that John Mahama and Nana Akufo-Addo will be battling it out for the presidency.
Oh, okay.
And it will be the final time. You would not see a John Mahama and Akufo-Addo battle again.
Wow. Okay, so that alone made me sit up.
Yes, in 2012 there was John Mahama winning. In 2016, Akufo-Addo won, and per our constitution, you're guaranteed 2 terms as president. So whoever wins this election gets to serve his second and final term. And that's how come the stakes are very, very high this time around. And the year started, a very good note. The NDC starting their Speak Out tour, and the plan was to ensure that they get lots of people to, interact with their flag bearer and leader John Mahama, and also get a manifesto committee to actually, gather the concerns of Ghanaians and factor it into the NDC's manifesto. I guess we all know what happened afterwards. A ban on public gatherings, and so the NDC had to suspend the Speak Out tour. And the question is, how has this affected political activities for election 2020, and how would it affect the political or electoral fortunes of both the NPP and NDC?
So that's the question. Here's the answer.
In February 2020, the NDC launched the Speak Out Tour. The tour, which was to take place in all 16 regions of the country, was to enable its leader and flag bearer, John Mahama, to meet, interact with, and listen directly to the people of Ghana. The party's manifesto team was to accompany Mr. Mahama to take advantage of the tour to listen to the views of the grassroots and incorporate them in the party's manifesto. Ghana recorded cases of coronavirus, causing the president to ban public gatherings.
All public gatherings, including conferences, workshops, funerals, festivals, political rallies, sporting events, and religious events such as services in churches and mosques, have been suspended for the next 4 weeks.
Political campaigns took a hit. This caused the flag bearer of the NDC, John Mahama, to suspend the Speak Out tour. Even though the partial lockdown has been lifted, the ban on public gatherings is still in force. So how has this impacted political activities in this election year? I caught up with political scientist and lecturer at the Political Science Department of the University of Ghana, Dr. Isaac Owusu-Mensah, who in 2016 correctly predicted victory for the NPP.
The season of the campaign will be shortened as compared to the previous times, because as we speak now, if it had not been the COVID-19, NPP will be seriously campaigning now for the 149 constituencies that we're going to have the primaries on. That will have been 25th of April, some few days from now. That's the coming Saturday or so, I guess. And then NDC probably will have also come out with their running mate by now. But now all this is suspended, and therefore the time of the campaigning will also reduce. The political parties, the time to campaign will be short, and for them, the shorter the campaign season, the better, because the amount of resources that they will have disbursed during the longer campaign season will be reduced, and therefore everybody will have to be on board.
For the General Secretary of the NDC, Johnson Asiedun Ketia, apart from the NDC's inability to organize parliamentary primaries in some 20 constituencies, the party is strong.
Indeed, we're going to do the next batch of primaries the Saturday after the President's first directives. So we had prepared everything, but we immediately held a meeting and announced that health first. So we have suspended all our political activities.
However, for General Secretary of the NPP, John Boadu, the effect is enormous.
For us in politics, it's because we do mass mobilization, because we do mass gathering, mass meetings. Its impact is enormous. As you are aware, we're expected to have parliamentary primaries for where we have sitting members of parliament to the 5th of April. Because we still have in place social distance measures or restrictions with regards to mass gathering, public gathering, rallies and all that. We have to postpone it indefinitely. We're also expecting by May 2nd to have launched our campaign.
So how will the ban on public gatherings affect the political fortunes of the NPP and the NDC?
As for the elections and so on, we are not concerned about elections or discussing elections, discussing registration, discussing this, discussing that. Because the same people, if we are saying that the health crisis is an emergency, and if we are not careful, we don't act properly, it can consume us. We cannot be seen to be discussing what will happen after the health crisis, because if we don't act well now, we can be consumed such that there will not be any tomorrow for us to be talking about.
But John Boadu is very optimistic. His party will win the 2020 elections.
For us in the Patriotic Party, we believe that if elections is held today, we will win, because we've done so much.
The economic conditions of electorates play a major role in the electoral choices, and how the governing party responds to these play an even bigger role. During the lockdown period, government rolled out various packages to support small businesses, the poor and the vulnerable. Dr. Usumensa believes the NPP has taken advantage of this reality. He explains further.
And I think so far, apart from the lifting of the ban that people have been against, that they are not very happy with, all kinds of misfeeling, all the steps that the government have taken so far, people have appreciated it, except this one. But as the expert always keeps saying, we don't know and don't have all the information. So if the government also get the lifting right, that is really going to be their advantage. What I was a bit surprised was that I think NDC should have also come on board, strongly on board, not necessarily doing their own thing, because all the resources that the government, the MPP or the government is putting on the ground, it's not from the MPP, it's from the government. So NDC should have joined them in the distribution of the food. We are also here to help the distribution of it, so that will reduce the strength that or the advantage that the incumbent government will have. But unfortunately, it didn't happen that way. So incumbent government have really have a lot of advantage to its side in terms of distribution of their resources. And normally when you go to elections, people reward political parties for what they have done and what they have not done.
Another factor that is central to the upcoming election is the voters' register. The Electoral Commission has been emphatic that there cannot be a credible election without a new voter register. Director of Electoral Service at the EC is Dr. Sribo Kwaku.
As far as the Commission is concerned, we are saying that we can only ensure credible register with a new register.
Okay, but that brings back my question, and this is relevant, if you may. In the midst of the uncertainties brought on by COVID-19, nobody knows when this is going to pass. Is the EC at least now reconsidering that and saying, in a push come to shove, we will have to shelve this and just do limited? Is that something you're considering?
Then can I also ask a question?
Please do.
Yeah, in the phase of the COVID-19, are you also thinking of not having election 2020?
I don't know. I mean, it's something that the Electoral Commission has to...
So anybody in the Electoral Commission, knowing the resources that we have, knowing the situation of the register, will go for a new credible register.
I totally get that, but I don't know if you can answer me. Is there a thinking around what if it's not possible?
And that would defeat our argument that if you are to have credible election 2020, we need a new register.
Okay.
There's been a ban on public gathering, and with the Electoral Commission postponing the compilation of a new voters register, there's still uncertainty about the way forward. But the NPP's John Boadu says the new register is a necessity.
There's no way we won't have a new register. You must understand this. Doing an additional or limited registration exercise clearly shows that you don't have an old register. There's no way we can have an election in December without a new register. If the Electoral Commission, the condition that we find ourselves, decides to either maintain the old register or either validate the old register, they will necessarily have to do a registration exercise, be it a limited of some sort, in order to have a register that is credible, that contains almost every voter that has reached the age of voting. So there's no point. We can't use the old register without adding on, either validating it or adding on in terms of those who have turned the age of 18. So after the old register is out entirely.
For Johnson Asiedu Nketia, the NDC's priority is the health of the people.
We choose to spend all our efforts to concentrate on, getting back the health of the nation first. Okay. Then after that, other things. In the Bible, they say, seek ye first the kingdom of heaven, and all other things shall be given unto you. So let us focus on this. So those who think that they can be dealing with one hand on trying to take unfair advantage of the elections, and the other hand pretending to be putting the health first, in the end they will suffer the consequence. But we think that the health of the people first, and that is what you see. The people who are talking about what will happen, are we going to postpone the elections, are we going to do this, are we going to do this after the pandemic, after the pandemic? Who is going to give you the situation you are talking about after the pandemic?
But as John Boadu knows something which is about to happen.
Executive Instrument 64 contains the restrictive measures with regards to public gatherings, with regards to funerals, with regards to conferences and all that. And that is ending by 26th of April. We don't know what the president will do, but if at that point, the effect of the virus has come down, then of course it's possible some lessening of the measures can happen. And we hope that by middle of May, end of May, if the burden has come down, then if the restriction is lifted, then the Electoral Commission can also devise ways of ensuring that they do what they are mandated to do in a manner that will not put the life of our people at risk. Because even in this same scenario, you have a country like South Korea having a successful election with a turnout that is highest as compared to even normal times. You have Mali just last 3-4 days having a successful election and all that. So I think that we are in a very difficult position. We are in a very difficult situation. These are not normal times, but because we must have the election on December 2nd, we in the New Patriotic Party don't ever think and assume one day that there should be an extension on the mandate of our presidency or for our parliamentary candidates just for even an hour. So we believe that the efforts that the president has put in terms of devising measures to curb this disease that is afflicting everybody will be successful in order for us all to be able to go about our normal duties without hint or late.
The stakes are high, the controversies will continue, and sometimes the discussions will hit deadlocks. Ghana prepares for a crucial election in 8 months, but no matter how high the interest may be, the people, the citizenry, must be at the center of it all. Winston Amor, Joy News.
You just heard back to back two of the best campaign songs ever. I don't know which you would choose. The NDC's From Victory Unto Victory or Nana Ye Winner by the MTP. It's 20 minutes to 10 a.m. This is the Super Morning Show on Joy 99.7 FM. We just heard Winston's piece. Now, Dr. Owusu Mensah, a political scientist, says the COVID-19 presents the government an advantage ahead of election 2020. Do you agree? 0302-216-541 0244-340437. Tell us if you agree. But before my first caller comes in, the internet is like a highway for your business. Have you ever spent hours downloading your business files or missed the tight deadline because of your unreliable internet? That could be a potential opportunity out the window. With MTN Business, your business cruises on the most reliable, high-speed, secure, dedicated internet service in Ghana. Plus, we offer round-the-clock technical support customized just for your business needs. Call us on 0244-308-111 if you live in Kaneshi, Abosiokai, Dansuman, Tantra Hills, Abelinkpe, and Achimota now, and enjoy premium internet access across all of these areas designed for your business today. Everywhere you go. Call 0244-308-111 for more information. Terms and conditions apply. My first caller is in Tamale. The name is Yaya. Good morning, Yaya.
Good morning, sir.
So do you think this COVID-19 presents an advantage for government?
I don't think so.
Why not?
No, sir. Because the way in which they are handling these issues, in fact, is not encouraging. What was saying all this is, whereby parliament were able to approve some money and they have to fill some those who are under lockdown. And the way in which they are throwing the food to the human being as if they are animals. Master, how can you stand on top of the bus and you are throwing food to your correct human being to catch it? Those are giving you the money to rule them. That is why, in fact, most of the Ghanaians are waiting for December 7th. I don't think, in fact, what the man says is going to be true.
Yeah, thank you so much for calling. Richard is on the line from East Legon. Good morning, Richard.
Good morning, Daniel.
So what's your answer?
Say a few things.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, Daniel, we are hypocrites. I have two things that I wanted to say. One is for the political parties, both MPP and DC. Look at what you are going through. We are saying a lot of people company wanted to reduce the number of staff that they want. The same company is giving some money to COVID-19. So why can't they keep the money, help their workers? Each and every worker that wanted to lay off, take 2 cities, take 5 cities, stay at home. When things go on successfully, we'll call you back. You are going to give it to them for COVID-19. Election is coming on the way. Look at the number of platforms, the number of cars that they are going to use to go to rally. Are they not Ghanaian coffers that they are going to support? So why can't NPP and NDC support the number of victims that are suffering?
Thank you very much for calling, Richard from East Legon. Kofi is on the line from Adabraka. Good morning, Kofi.
Yeah, good morning.
Yes, Kofi, let's hear you.
Yes. I want to find out quickly regarding the COVID-19.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the man spoke of doing, the pool testing, if I'm right. I mean, bringing a lot of samples together and then testing.
Yeah.
The question I want to find out is, because if I make any statement, you might want to say something which I may not like. But so I just want to ask you directly, if you can answer me. If they do the pool testing, bringing a lot of samples together, how are they able to determine that this sample belongs to A or B?
So what they do is that if all 10 samples test negative, and I quickly have to go on the other line, but if all 10 samples test negative, then that's fine, right? But if something tests positive in there, then they take all 10 individually. That's the information we have from Noguchi. But thank you very much, Kofi, for calling. Poncho is on the line from Winchi. Good morning, Poncho.
Hello, good morning. How are you?
I am blessed, Poncho. Let's hear you. Oh, unfortunately, I have a problem with Poncho's line. 0302-216-541. I have George on the line next. Good morning, George.
Good morning.
Yes, George, let's hear you.
And this, how do you call it? The MPP have no advantage.
Why not?
Why do they have advantage?
Mm-hmm.
The money being spent in the name of COVID-19, who have they accounted for? And how are they going to account for it? In any case, in those days that Ghanaians have short memory, we know what this government have done. All sorts of shady deals, including misinformation, numbers. I mean, this morning you were even discussing some of these things. There's no way the MPP have an advantage.
Thank you very much, George. Cerrone Jr. is on the line from Koforidia. Good morning, Cerrone.
Good morning, Daniel. How are you?
I am blessed, bro. How are you?
Oh, by His grace, I'm doing well. There is no way that the MPP can claim victory in the upcoming 2020 elections. Daniel, look, they have cited 2 Chronicles chapter 7, verse 14 going all the time. But that scripture says that if my people will humble themselves and pray and seek my face and turn from their wicked ways. Daniel, we've been praying since the start of human history. And indeed, we've been praying since independence. Have our leaders turned from their wicked ways? Now let me tell them their wicked ways. The wicked ways of massaging the data and state managing information on the COVID-19 to deny Ghanaians an objective appreciation of our reality. The wicked ways of discriminating and sharing food and consumables to party faithfuls. And lastly, there are wicked ways of letting a lockdown to pave the way for the EC to begin the compilation of the new voters register.
Interesting thoughts there. Thank you very much, Cerrone Jr. Pope is on the line from Kumasi. Good morning, Pope.
Yeah, good morning, Daniel.
Pope, you're on
Hello?
air. Yes, you're on air.
Yeah. Daniel, I don't think COVID-19 is going to grant the government any advantage over the opposition party. This being that anybody who is deemed to vote will know his or her aim of voting in 2020 December. And I'm not seeing any possibility of this disease granting anyone advantage over any other person.
Pope, thanks so much for calling. Salifu is on the line from Choco. Good morning, Salifu.
Good morning.
Yes, Salifu, what are you saying?
Now, please, I want to ask a question.
Ask me.
Please, during the registration for Ghana's ID card, a lot of students were in school. So we were not able to register. So if they are going to use the card to register the voters ID card, we the student we will be disadvantaged. We will not get chance to register the voters ID card. So what are they going to do about it? And I think MPP will win 2020 election. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for calling. Maxwell is on the line from Navrongo. Good morning, Maxwell.
Yes, sir, Daniel. Good morning.
Yeah, let's hear you.
Yes, thank you for the opportunity. I think this COVID-19 should not be something that we should look at who should have upper hand over the other. The government have been in power for almost 4 years. The good work that they have done, the people who have seen, if they are going to vote, they are going to vote for the party or the current government on the programs that they have already implemented. This virus, I think we need to take away this advantage thing out of it. I'd rather look at how we can take advantage and overcome the virus. By the end of the day, the NDC was in power for 8 years. MPP has come for 4 years. They will go to the field and the people will judge according to what they have done.
Thank you very much, Maxwell. He called from Navrongo. Obusumuru is on the line from Domabing. Obusumuru, so do you think that COVID-19 poses an advantage for this government?
Never. Do you know what, Daniel? The MPP is not complacent. Okay. Have you heard the president ever since this COVID-19 pandemic? Have you heard him talking anything about politics? No. That means that he is focusing on fighting the coronavirus. Okay. Before, if the people are healthy, that is when they can decide who to vote for. Therefore, we are not complacent. People are saying that we want to use the coronavirus to win the 2020 election. That is what Mr. Asedun Ketia, the NDC General Secretary, said. That is why the president said no social gathering, no churches, whatever, because we want to steal the upcoming election. Never. The MPP is never complacent. We are focusing on fighting the coronavirus.
Thank you so much, Obusumuru. Kweku is on the line from Bubuashi. He is the last caller. Kweku, good morning. Do you think that government is at an advantage because of this COVID-19 pandemic?
No, I don't think so. I don't think that the government is at an advantage because I don't even know why we are doing politics for this one. These people are dying. Everybody is scared. People in their house and I mean, I don't know. I'm not sure they will. I mean, this government will be at advantage of the situation. But there's something I want to put across here. It's an observation I've made for which I want to put across for your station too. So when you go to Alajo, they've disrupted the gutters, and for since last week, the things are the sun, the garbage are still on the
road.
Yeah. So I believe they are listening. The assemblymen, the authorities are listening. If they can just, because it's difficult driving through. If they are, for the road is very narrow. When you are driving and you meet an oncoming car, and other people are parked at the other side, so it's difficult driving through. So please, if you can alert them so that they will go and clear those debts from the street.
Thank you very much, Kweku. We'll let the authorities know. You're still live on the show. It's 9 minutes till we wrap up. We're talking about
elections is just around the corner. We're trying. Of course, I do know that there's COVID-19. So many of us will talk about COVID-19, but it's also brought a bit of impact on politics. And the most important thing is, the trust that we would keep you up to date, would ensure that everything that happens politically, you're giving first-hand information, and also all the analysis that would enable you to make an informed choice. We've talked about informing the electorate as part of our theme for election 2020. So just stay with us here on your election headquarters.
I like the sound of that. Your election headquarters. Today begins Ramadan. It's 8 minutes till we wrap up the show. It's also the birthday of the National Chief Imam, Sheikh Usman Nuhu Shaributu. Happy birthday, sir. want to celebrate you and say we respect you immensely. We honor you, sir. Now, with over 30 years in the stationery business, Kingdom Books and Stationery now offers a 30-day credit facility with no interest charge. We deliver free within Accra, Tema, and surrounding towns. Call us on 0302 541. I mean 0302 764 101 or 762 307. Or visit kingdomgh.com. Kingdom Books and Stationery Limited, your number one stop shop for all of its essentials, stationery and furniture. Still a lot more coming up. We'll hear from our frontline health workers. And your text messages on the Super Morning Show are brought to you by Glyco Travel Insurance Policy. Glyco, we cushion you for life. And Afro Dan, your back must last you a lifetime.